In the year 1212, a chilling and almost unbelievable chapter of history unfolded: the Children's Crusade. Thousands of young boys and girls, guided by faith, left their homes, hoping to reclaim the Holy Land. These children, some as young as 6 or 7, were driven by a fervent belief that their innocence and purity would succeed where seasoned knights had failed. They believed that their faith alone could move mountains and bring peace to the war-torn lands of the East. What happened next is a story of hope and betrayal. The journey that began with such high hopes soon turned into a nightmare. The children, unprepared for the harsh realities of travel, faced numerous challenges. They walked for miles, often without adequate food or water, and many fell ill along the way. It began with a young shepherd, Stephen of Cloyes, in France. Stephen, a mere 12 years old, claimed to have received a divine vision. He believed that God had chosen him to lead a crusade of children to the Holy Land. His message resonated with many, and soon children from all over France began to gather, ready to follow him on this holy mission. He claimed God had given him a mission to lead a crusade of children. His fervor and conviction were contagious, and soon word of his mission spread like wildfire. Children from neighboring villages and towns joined the cause, leaving behind their families and homes, driven by a sense of purpose and destiny. They believed their innocence could succeed where knights had failed. The idea was that their purity and faith would be their shield and sword, protecting them from harm and guiding them to victory. They prayed fervently, believing that divine intervention would see them through the perils ahead. Soon, from France to Germany, waves of children, armed only with faith, began a perilous march. Their journey was grueling. The children faced treacherous terrain, harsh weather, and the constant threat of bandits. Many were barefoot, their feet blistered and bleeding from the long march. Despite the hardships, they pressed on, driven by their unwavering faith. Hunger and disease claimed many lives. The lack of proper food and clean water led to widespread illness. Many children succumbed to the harsh conditions, their dreams of reaching the Holy Land cut tragically short. The sight of their fallen comrades only strengthened the resolve of the survivors, who continued to march in their memory. And worse, some fell victim to deceit. Along the way, the children encountered individuals who took advantage of their naivety and desperation. These unscrupulous characters promised help and guidance but had ulterior motives. Greedy merchants promised safe passage but sold them into slavery instead. These merchants saw an opportunity to profit from the children's plight. They lured them with promises of ships that would take them to the Holy Land, only to betray them. Many children were sold into slavery, their dreams of a holy mission shattered by the cruel reality of human greed. For most, the Holy Land remained an unreachable dream. The few who managed to survive the journey and the betrayals found themselves far from their intended destination, with no way to continue. Their hopes of reclaiming the Holy Land were dashed, and they were left to fend for themselves in foreign lands. In the end, almost none returned. The vast majority of the children who set out on this ill-fated crusade never saw their homes again. Their families were left to mourn their loss with no closure or understanding of what had happened to their beloved children. Their crusade became a symbol of faith exploited, innocence lost, and dreams destroyed. The story of the Children's Crusade serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers of blind faith and the vulnerability of the innocent. It is a tale of how noble intentions can be twisted and exploited by those with darker motives, a tragedy written in tears and forgotten prayers. The echoes of their prayers and the tears they shed are a haunting testament to their suffering and sacrifice. Their story, though often forgotten, is a crucial chapter in the annals of history. How should we remember this story today? Share your thoughts below. As we reflect on this tragic event, it is important to remember the lessons it teaches us about faith, innocence, and the human capacity for both good and evil. How do you think we should honor the memory of these brave children? Let us know in the comments. And for more hidden chapters of history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Silent Epochs. Join us as we continue to uncover the lesser-known stories that have shaped our world. Your support helps us bring these important narratives to light.